Welcome back. In this lecture, we are going to assign input variables with var file argument. So the reference subfolder is going to be v6 input variables assigned with tfvars var file. Okay, so let's go here and then go inside v6. Okay, and then put the things ready. No files here, we'll copy them. Okay, so if you plan to use different names for tfvar files like web.tfvars, app.tfvars, dev.tfvars, staging.tfvars, if that is the case, other than any name with terraform.tfvars, so any other name if you use web.tfvars or app.tfvars or whatever it is, right? So like this, whatever the names you use, you need to provide the var file name for them. Okay, so example -var file web.tfvars will load the values from web.tfvars, whatever the variables defined in web.tfvars, so that will be loaded. If you say app.tfvars, it will be loaded from app. If you say dev.tfvars, whatever the variables defined in dev.tfvars. So the reason here is when you are using dev, you will use the low environment, T3 small or something. And if you say prod.tfvars, you can use T3 large or something bigger missions. Okay, so at that point of time, the variables can be loaded from dev.tfvars for dev environment and then prod.tfvars from prod environment. So that is some of the flexibilities we can get by using -var file argument to the Terraform plan or apply command. Okay, so with that said, we will be using the things in the example. Okay, so from c2 variables.tf, as usual, the AWS region will be picked from that, and then the default region will be picked from this variable. Okay, and for EC2 instance count, we will get that from terraform.tfvars, which will auto load. And EC2 instance type variable, we will load it from web.tfvars and then see the plan. And also EC2 instance type with t3.large, we'll load it from app.tfvars and then also learn that. So let's do these things quickly and then learn the concept and then move on to the next concept. Okay, so let's come back to our Visual Studio Code and copy all the files from v5 to v6, which is c1, c2, c3, c4 and then terraform.tfvars. Okay, and let me paste it here. So now the thing here is terraform.tfvars will have EC2 instance count 1 only. Okay, so which means only this variable inside this. In web.tfvars, we'll use the EC2 instance type, and in app.tfvars also we'll use the instance type, EC2 instance type only. But in both the things, values will be different. Let's do that. Okay, so new file, and I will say web.tfvars. Okay, and here I'll take this. Where is this? So this EC2 instance type is equal to T3 small. I'll cut this from terraform.tfvars. Okay, and I'll put it in web.tfvars, and then I'm going to say this as T3 small. Okay, and next I will use something called app.tfvars. Okay, so here I'm going to put it as T3.large, or I can say this as T3.xlarge and web.tfvars as large. So let's see how it works. Okay, so you have defined web.tfvars and then app.tfvars with two different values, T3.xlarge for app.tfvars and web.tfvars T3.large, and terraform.tfvars, which will auto load without providing anything, EC2 instance count is equal to 1. Okay, so now let's go ahead and then see what happens. Come back here and let's do the Terraform init, right? And we'll go to Terraform validate our format, and then first plan we will run by default what happens. Okay, and then we'll put with var file with web.tfvars and then see what happens. Okay, step by step. So plain Terraform, first we'll do the Terraform validate to ensure we are good, and now we'll do the plain Terraform plan. Okay, so plain Terraform plan, instance type should be picked from the default c2 variables.tf, which is t3.micro. So let's see that. Okay, so above security groups, go to EC2 instance. So you can see here, so it picked the t3.micro from c2 variables. Okay, default value, because we didn't provide anything in terraform.tfvars which will auto load. So now we'll provide web.tfvars for it. Okay, so come back here and Terraform plan and var file is equal to web.tfvars. Okay, and then see what happens. Okay, run this and then see the values. So this time it should be t3 dot large. So let me go up, go up, go up, go up. So here it is. Okay, instance type t3 dot large. So whenever you executed the command with web.tfvars, so your instance type became t3 dot large. So in the same way, you can run the command terraform plan -var file and app.tfvars. So it should take the t3 dot x large now. So let's see what happens. Okay, so let's go up, 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 and see here. You can see t3 x large. So it took from the app.tfvars. So that's about the assign input variables with var file argument. So when you have multiple environments and each environmental variables you want to define, means like environment specific variables you want to define in different files. So you can use dev.tfvars, qa.tfvars, something like that, and then pass that as a var file argument. So that simplifies most of the stuff for us. Okay, that's about it. So let's do a high level cleanup and then close this section. Okay, so I'll say rm minus rf and dot terraform star. So which leaves us with the following files for us, which is c1, c2, c3, c4, and terraform.tfvars, app.tfvars, and then web.tfvars. So in our next lecture, we'll focus on learning about auto load input variables with auto.tfvars files. So I'll see you in the next lecture. Until then, bye bye. Thank you.